Hey, good morning. Brian Willett here. This morning I was listening to a radio station talk about business and really talking about where does revenue come from. Now, they were talking about the NFL controversy, and I'm not going to talk about that. That's another story for another day. But I do want to share something that I talk to businesses about all the time, and that is reminding employees where the revenue comes from that does pay their paychecks. And I think most people are not ignorant to the fact of where that money comes from, but I think they have to be reminded of at times where that money does come from. And so some of the companies that I know that do it well is they have either monthly or quarterly meetings where they talk about where the revenue is coming from, how well the company's performing, what are some of the goals that they're hitting, what are some of the goals that they're striving for. And it's important because the employees are bought in, they know where the company stands, and it's a reminder to them that, look, I got to get up, make sure things happen, because if I don't do this, we don't have revenue coming in. And I've worked in college admissions, I've worked with a lot of schools, nonprofit, privates, for-profits, public institutions, and I think that's something that is forgotten, where the money does come from, where the revenue comes from, or the tuition, let's just call it that, what that money does and how it takes care of the people at the school. And so if you're in the higher education space, all right, especially you nonprofit, privates, and for-profits, I encourage the leaders there to constantly have those monthly updates, quarterly updates, talking about where the school stands and reminding them that without students, okay, without students paying tuition, those schools will no longer exist, okay? Because that's where the money comes from, that pays for. There's no big endowment typically that will pay for the expenses, and mostly the main thing that's important is paying those paychecks of those employees there. You have to remind people of that because they sometimes forget and they don't service the customer, and we got to remind them that the customer, the student, whoever it is, that's what pays the paycheck, okay? So I encourage you to have those meetings. If you found some value in today's video, please share it with others. Make it a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.